How's it going, Martians? Jade back with another Martian report. In this one, we're going to be talking about which direction the price of XRP is going to be going in the next quarter. So there's a lot of talk, obviously coming from myself and many others in the community, about the positive price potential in XRP, while at the same time I'm sure everybody who is watching this, who is especially active within Twitter, within the cryptocurrency community, has felt and heard the screams, the blood-curdling screams, of all the fudsters screaming that XRP is going to zero. So, let's talk about why there is this cognitive dissonance within the XRP community. So, within market analysis, there are two ways to look at price, either through a technical lens or a fundamental lens. And this article, written on Investopedia by Christina Zucchi, breaks down the differences in these schools of thought of approaching markets, right? So we're going to have a read through this and then talk about how this applies to XRP and how you as an investor should approach the information provided by individuals such as myself who cover the fundamentals of XRP, and also how you engage with individuals who are talking about technical indicators within the charts. So, for starters, some view stock market investing and crypto like gambling, but experienced investors who do their homework usually profit by doing market analysis. Yet even experienced investors debate which type of analysis, fundamental or technical, provides higher returns. Do they result in the same picks? What does it mean when the two approaches contradict? In a nutshell, fundamental analysis aims to determine intrinsic value by looking at the strength of a business, a financial analysis, and the operating environment, including macroeconomic events. Sort of like what we do whenever we look at the major events that we see unfolding with XRP that people like to call, myself and others, hype meisters, or just spreading FOMO, saying that we're spreading FOMO, when really all we're doing is discussing the actual underlying fundamentals of this asset. Meanwhile, technical analysis is analyzing past market performance by looking at the chart activity of price movements, volume, moving averages, and the statistics of various outcomes. Fundamental analysis assumes the efficient market theory holds in the long run and attempts to take advantage of inefficiencies in the short run. Technical analysis assumes fundamentals are already priced in and tries to find patterns that lead to outcomes with higher probabilities of occurring. Technical analysis also captures the psychological aspects of the market in the review of past patterns, whereas fundamental analysis fails to factor in investor psychology but believes fundamentals will rule in the long term. So short-term psychological blips will correct themselves. In general, there are differences in the types of investors that gravitate toward a specific type of analysis. Technicians are usually more short-term traders by nature, contrasting with the long-term viewed fundamentalist generally take. So, this is why you will encounter individuals such as myself who observe the fundamentals, the developing trends within the global economy on the macro scale, and how I personally believe these will ultimately impact the price of XRP, versus people who sit and look at a price chart all day and say, oh, well, the trend is down, so the price is going to keep going down, because that's what their technical analysis is telling them. And the truth of the matter is, nobody knows which way the price is ultimately going to go in any 1 minute. The only thing that either side does is take information and apply a vague sense of rationality to that, be that identification of an ongoing pattern, such as what a technical analyst would do, and the observation of global events unfolding and how those factor into these types of markets, this whatever it is that you are speculating on, and how that is going to impact the price. So while ultimately it is impossible to say which way the market will go, I personally like to hedge for the long term, because I feel that it is far easier, at least for myself, to see where things are going in a longer run versus what people are going to do. Because I don't understand people by and large, but I do understand data, and I understand trends on a more macro scale. This is what I obsess over more than not. So that's why I take the position of a fundamental analysis versus a technical analysis. Now, I do understand how to do technical analysis, as you've seen on my channel. I don't find it terribly hard, and at any given time, a market can enter into a reversal, and nobody knows when that's going to come. And it is my belief that the longer a trend continues, if the fundamentals are inverted to what you are seeing from the technicals, then at some point there's going to be an inversion on the technical side. So that's why I continue to remain bullish on XRP despite the price currently being in the crapper. And it's also why I've taken the more, I guess you could say, arrogant approach to how I'm titling my videos, by including prices like 1555 and above, right? Because I personally believe that what Ripple Labs and R3 are doing is going to lead to the ultimate success of the XRP ecosystem over any other ecosystem in the digital asset space. Now, this is just my opinion, and as always, I am not a financial advisor. However, if you enjoyed this video, this brief look at how fundamental and technical analysis differ from one another, and how this relates to my perspective on the price of XRP in relation to XRP's current price trend, which has been by and large flat for the last month, then please be sure to hit that like button. And if you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe and ring that bell so that you can be kept up to date with my newest videos. And if you really enjoyed my video, please be sure to leave a comment in the comment section below and share this video on your social media profiles, whatever they are. Do you share XRP related content on Instagram? Maybe you should, and maybe you should share this one so that people can understand why it's alright to invest in a market even though the price seems to just be going down. That said, once again, I encourage everybody in my viewership to do their own research and make their own conclusions about what they choose to invest their hard-earned money in. So please do just that, and I can't wait to see all of you in my next video here on Mars.